So this is the year you finally do it. You've decided you're going to try being vegan. Well, let's start by saying that you don't try to be vegan. Vegan is actually a philosophy and a lifestyle. And that's what we're going to talk about on this particular episode of Plant-Based Eating for Health. Hi, this is Kathleen Gage with Plant-Based Eating for Health podcast show, Plant-Based Eating for Health blog, and Plant-Based Eating for Health Facebook group. A lot of people are really interested in giving up meat, or at least minimizing the amount of meat they take in. And they're saying, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this vegan thing a shot. Well, again, it's not giving this vegan thing a shot. What it really is veganism is a philosophy. However, there is a great way to start with going vegan, and that's Veganuary. Veganuary was started a few years ago by a group of people who wanted to see more people at least attempt to see what it was like to have a diet free of meat and dairy. And so they came up with Veganuary. What started as just an idea concept actually turned into a multi-million person movement. More and more every year, people are getting involved in Veganuary. When you think about going vegan, the thing, let's take a step back here. The thing I like about Veganuary is it's a 1-month challenge where you can see after a month, is veganism for me? Well, what's interesting is a lot of people start out just by thinking about, okay, I'm going to get healthier. I'm going to give up some meat and I'm going to see what it's like to not have dairy. And by the end of the month, one, they're feeling great. Two, if they've done any research, they realize how cruel it is to consume meat and dairy products. And three, they're finding that there are more and more options every day to going vegan. So three primary reasons why people would go vegan. And initially, when I started back in September of 2018, I started as a plant-based eater. I didn't want to call myself a vegan because I thought vegans were crazy people. Now I proudly call myself a crazy vegan because I've learned so much about how food is processed by the time it gets on somebody's plate, how bacon is processed, how beef is processed, chicken, fish, all of it, dairy. And it's very, very cruel. The reality is the majority of our food today, and I'm talking a great majority, between 95 and 99% of any animal-based products that are on people's plates have been done so through factory farming. So when I first started, I actually started for health and I stayed for the animals. And so the three primary reasons that somebody would actually go vegan: one is for their health, two is for the animals, and three is for the environment. Now, when you're going vegan for your health, there's a difference between being a whole food plant-based vegan eater and being a junk food vegan. I recently interviewed somebody who really gave a nice distinction between the two, Chef Susie. She talked about how she used to be a junk food vegan and now she's a gourmet chef, and it's all about really nutritious foods. So you want to look at the reason why you want to go vegan. And for me, like I said, when I first started, it actually was for my health. Now it's definitely for my health and it's for the animals. I could no more consume any kind of animal or dairy products than I could fly to the moon. The more I have learned, the easier it is for me to just say, no, I'm not going to do that. Another thing that you want to look at is you want to check out the website Veganuary. And let me show you what that is. Okay, this is the Veganuary site, and all you need to do is go to veganuary.com, and you can try vegan. It's got a blog, recipes, so if you're not sure what to do, just take a look at the recipes, eating guides, how to get involved, and about Veganuary, about how they started, their partners, supporters, meet the team, jobs that you might get with Veganuary. So if you're looking to move into that arena professionally, you could check out sites like Veganuary. There's plenty of places that are hiring that are very plant-based, vegan driven. So, okay, so that takes care of that. The other thing you want to look at is how many people actually are vegan. according to PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, it's an association that's been around for a long, long time. Some people view it as very controversial. Other people view it as spot on. And we're not here to promote or demote PETA one way or the other. All I'm doing is giving you some information on what they have on their website. 2.5% of the population are vegans. Now that's up from a few years ago. At one point, it was probably 0.0001%. Now it's 2.5%. 5% are vegetarians. Vegetarians might consume eggs. They might consume dairy. 33% of the population eat mostly vegetables, but they do consume some meat and some dairy. And the rest, well, they're eating meat and they're not even conscientious about what's going on with their diet. So that's something to look at as you decide to go vegan. One of the things I would recommend to get you started is my beginner's guide to plant-based eating. It's absolutely free. And all you need to do is go to plantbasedeatingforhealth.com/guide. That's plantbasedeatingforhealth.com/guide. But I would encourage you, go ahead and give Veganuary a try in 2021. Try it by eating whole food, plant-based foods. Rather than eating junk food, vegan stuff, eat a really healthy diet. And within a month, you are going to be absolutely amazed at how great you feel, how energetic you are. You might drop a few pounds if you need to lose some weight. You might even reverse some diseases. I would encourage you to go to my podcast, plantbasedeatingforhealth.com/podcast, and check out some of the episodes of people who have reversed disease. They've increased their health. They've gotten more energy. They've dropped a lot of weight. One gentleman I talked to, Chuck Carroll, he dropped 275 pounds, 275 pounds by going plant-based. Brian Rogers, he dropped 140 pounds, and his big food delight is barbecue. So he actually created a plant-based barbecue spread, rub, and sauce. That's what I was thinking of, sauce. But anyway, I encourage you to really look at what's going on with animals, what's going on with factory farming, and what's going on with your health. With the pandemic still out of control, there are things that you can do beyond the obvious of wearing a mask, social distancing, washing your hands quite frequently. What you can do is you can take care of your health. The healthier you are, the greater chance you have of not getting complications. And it frustrates me when the news will flash a picture of somebody who passed away from COVID and they say no underlying causes, and the person was obviously 100 to 150 pounds overweight. And how can you say no underlying causes? Let's get real. Let's get honest. Let's get responsible for our health and for the choices we make. This is Kathleen Gage with Plant-Based Eating for Health. I encourage you, check out my guide. I will put a link to some books and resources that I recommend. I definitely recommend Eat to Live by Dr. Joel Fuhrman. I recommend The China Study by Dr. T. Colin Campbell. I recommend How Not to Die by Dr. Greger. All of these are excellent resources. I'll put the link below so that you can actually go to Amazon and get those books. This is Kathleen Gage wishing you a happy, healthy new year. Enjoy Veganuary.